According to the World Bank, general increase in food prices, which occurred between June 2020 and June 2021, may have increased the percentage of Nigerians living below the national poverty line from 40.1% to 42.8%. The World Bank said this in a new report titled COVID-19 in Nigeria, Frontline Data and Pathways for Policy. Arise business analyst Chika Mbono joins us now to discuss further. Chika, good morning to you.
Morning,
thank you so much
how are you today?
Fine, thank you, sir. Thanks for joining us. Where would you like to begin?
Let's talk about remittances.
Remittances, please. Central Bank, yes.
Yeah, I mean, it has been a major source of foreign exchange for our country.
Yeah.
And with the coming of COVID, I think 2019, I think it was about $25 billion. And COVID reduced the remittances coming to Nigeria. But again, not as bad as we thought, because of the fact that, abroad there, most of the countries abroad, a lot of the economies actually were giving payments to people who are, to support them during the COVID, who are unemployed. And again, the other thing that's happening now is that the economies are kicking back.
Yes.
In Europe and then in America. And so you expect that. And then that's from outside there, but also, if you're outside there in US, you want to send money to Nigeria, there are two things that worry you. The first one, you want to get the best exchange rate.
Right.
So your family over here, dependents over here, get the best maximum rate for your level over there. And then the other thing also is you want safety. You want to make sure that the money comes safe. Because there are a lot of informal channels that a lot of Nigerians use to send money to Nigeria. And a lot of times, there are stories that follow those, remittances, because you hear short payments, you hear people disappear. But what Central Bank has provided through the banking system was trying to address those problems. One is to get the maximum rate for people.
Yep.
There's no more shortchanging. You collect, your money comes in, you collect it in dollars, or pay the dollars into your domiciliary account.
Yep.
And that enabled people, the fear of banks converting it at a lower rate, disappeared. So you could take your money and then get the best rates you can get in the system. And that encouraged people to continue to send money here. And then remember the CBN campaign also.
Naira for dollar.
Naira for dollar.
Yep.
And they added 5 naira, on top of the rates, to enable people maximize the rates and then mitigate against the costs associated with those remittances. And that has helped also, in increasing the volume of remittances to Nigeria. Now, the other thing that happened, people, is this e-Naira project, as it's getting better, as it's getting more, people are getting more aware of it, you can actually sit down in your place in Houston or New York, and then there send your dollars to CBN, and they'll give you e-Naira.
Okay, I get you. Okay, so that's another avenue that's
they'll give you
the
e-Naira.
Yeah.
As far as the exchange rate to CBN is the right exchange rate, attractive exchange rate, they give you an e-Naira, and then you with the e-Naira post that you have now, you can actually send money directly to the e-Naira post of your dependents abroad, in Nigeria, in the villages and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
That's the extent to which the e-Naira project can actually help, diaspora remittances. And so as that is developing, and the other thing that happens now is that if you transfer money, the $200 transfer from abroad, the cost is almost about 6, 7, 8%. With the e-Naira, as it goes on, the cost is almost nil. Right. And it can maximize the Naira proceeds from those remittances. So as the economy pushes into 2022, things return to normalcy. In addition to the other CBN policies that we have in the country, I do believe that we'll have more of these, remittances.
Fantastic. Shall we talk power? What do you make of the? They're saying barring any unforeseen circumstances, they will might review the tariff.
Well, I mean, the issue was that we had this service reflective tariffs. Yeah. So the question I want to ask you is, in your neighborhood, have you felt the increase in the number of hours
of power
in the no. Indeed, for me, where I live, I think my cost of diesel and generator maintenance. I think one of the few numbers on direct dial is my generator repairer. Anywhere I am is there. So that has not reduced. We had expected that even with the last increase they had, tied to the quality of service delivery, that would have seen an increase in number of hours per day. But that has not happened. See, we have always said that we're willing to pay the right rate for the power.
Yeah.
As far as the service gets better. That's Nigerians are willing to do that.
Yeah.
Because overall, it reduces your cost of doing business, the cost of living.
Right.
Because if you can cook some food and soup and preserve them for over a week, instead of every day you be cooking,
right.
because you don't have power to run your fridges,
right.
It's cheaper for you in the long term.
Right.
So my problem with all these increases is the fact that they have not reflected in the quality of service.
Yeah.
The quality number of hours that Nigerians should have power. I don't think that there are few Nigerians who will actually raise their hand and say yes. Since we had the last increase, that the number of hours in a day for them has actually gotten better. I don't think it has.
Thank you for that, Chika. Inflation, the other world.
That's
inflation.
Yesterday, I think my mom was, when we're talking about maintenance, house allowance and all those things, running the home.
Yeah.
And she told me that a kind of egg, she was making a pitch for increasing the house allowance, and said a kind of egg used to be 800 naira, and it's gone to about 2,400.
Incredible.
Gas used to be 4,000. It's now getting to about 10,000. And if you go across the board, it's something. Now, but we seem to underrate the impact of COVID on the economy.
Okay.
Indeed, COVID, the things that COVID did. COVID actually decimated the supply chains totally in the whole world and Nigeria.
Yeah.
Now, Nigeria also has its own imposed problems, which is the security challenges we have in the food belts.
Yes.
And I keep telling people that sometimes, some people we tend to underrate some things.
Yes.
Because remember, we were here saying that the first line economies in the world, the sustainability program they used to support the economy.
Yes.
For US was about 15%. Europe is about 15%.
Yes.
India was about 15%. South Africa was about 10% of the GDP. Whereas ours, me and you use that word, ordinary poultry, 4.5%, which comes to about 2 trillion. Now, that was from the CBN and so on. So that impact has helped the economy. And the issue now is that how do you further help the economy, especially the MSMEs and a lot of people who are out of employment. And that's why the campaign for going back to agriculture is so important for our country.
All right, business analyst Chika Mbono. Chika, thank you so much for taking us through those headlines. You're watching the Global Business Report here on Arise News.